And as you're looking around, there are some of those glowing shapes in the fog. Not right at the edge, not super close, but they're still there. There are definitely things out there. And Ivo's successes, among those dancing shapes, there is another large stone. You can't quite tell if it's a gravestone or something else, but you're very close to another thing. And do you have an idea for your advantage? Actually, you both have advantages.
Yeah, well, my first idea for an advantage would be to see if I can see more of that thing. I don't want to leave the circle of light, but can I just step closer and get an understanding of what that is? You know, just kind of take a couple steps and squint my eyes. Like I've noticed it. I want to see it.
It's a large pillar, and around it stand the shapes of 5 people. They're definitely statues. They're definitely stone. They're not moving.
Huh. That's
I want
interesting.
to see what the 5 shapes are. Oh, no.
Well, I want to stay on guard duty where we're supposed to be.
Right. Yeah. Right. I'm curious. I'm worse than a cat.
I mean, I'm the one who wanted to go in the graveyard at night, so.
Yeah, you were. So the glowing shapes.
Yep.
Does one seem like kind of visible at all?
They're kind of all over the place and dancing here and there. And
I'm going to say I'm kind of rattled, and I'm going to shoot at one of them.
What?
Yep.
Already?
Yep.
You're initiating combat with a ghost.
Yep. Because I'm scared.
just for fun.
Just because I don't know. Hey, you.
This is not like D&D. This is more like a scary game. You might die. If they're not messing with us, don't mess with them. There's so many of them.
But if they're like they're
just dancing. Let them dance.
Are they just dancing? You don't know that.
You don't know that.
That's what he said that they're doing.
Oh, well, I guess I missed that.
It's just shapes moving and swirling. Nothing is solid at the moment.
All right, fine.
You're a cool. You have cool.
You're right. I do
thing.
have cool.
I don't think that you're rattled right now.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, I don't want to play your character for you. If you really want to shoot it. But we'll die.
Cool. I forgot I had cool.
Okay.
I'm just tired.
You've been around. The two of you have had adventures and maybe haven't had dealings with ghosts before, but have probably seen a dead thing or two.
Right. Okay. Cool. I'm
gonna flip a story point.
Oh no.
You hear Bjorn. You two don't stray far. There's something close. Actually, don't look to the left.
But we're supposed to shoot things.
Don't. Listen.
Ooh. I think like Ivo's inclination would be to just listen to Bjorn, and so Ivo's not gonna look.
Ivo wants to look.
He's adding enemies.
There are shadows. I'm clocking 3 shadows. I can see them in the reflection off your shield. I think they're broken specters.
Broken specters?
Are
I'll
those
take a lore check?
Are those level 2s?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay, I'll do lore. Did you want to roll knowledge too? Maybe these you could shoot at. Okay. Oh, this you might get your boost for ghost class today.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Would she get a boost to this roll for her ghost class?
No, because there was a specific ghost that they were covering.
That's true. I remember that it was a specific ghost.
I just need to sit through that class.
They weren't shattered specters.
What's forbidden again?
Forbidden in this case is like necromancer stuff you probably don't know.
Okay.
But if you have the inkling that you might know, you could roll a forbidden check.
What am I rolling against my lore? 2 purple, 3 purple.
Broken specters, I think it's just average. It's 2 purples.
Okay.
1 failure, 1 threat.
Not a great roll.
Not a great roll. You don't know much about these ghosts. You probably haven't heard of them before.
Okay. I'm ready with my ranged weapon. Can I roll range to just be like on point if I shoot?
Ranged is an attack. That's an attack.
Oh.
It's okay.
Yeah, you probably don't need to. So Bjorn says, just don't look.
Okay.
If they notice that you've noticed, they'll attack.
Oh.
Otherwise, they'll probably leave us alone.
Okay.
They won't be able to get back through the iron bars.
Okay. I'll roll survival.
You're with me.
Yeah, can I roll survival?
Yeah, you could do a survival. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm going to make it a little harder. I think 3 purples on a survival check. To see if you've heard any stories of these while traveling.
Right. I don't want to give him another coin though.
Okay. Well, then it's just 3 on 3.
I mean, I've got 1. I can do all I need to with 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Bjorn has told you what he knows about these things.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's like a little bit more.
Yeah. So let's see if we know anything more. Oh gosh.
Oh, nuts.
Bummer. Okay.
Well, that sucked.
Well, I had 1 failure, 1 threat. You had 2 failures and a threat. Yeah, we're not very knowledgeable.
No, we're the worst protectors there are.
No, we're not bad protectors. We're just bad book nerds.
No, I'm a good information hunter. You, on the other hand, are like, I want to go out and protect people while they're protecting other people. So
2 threats. Bjorn has told you to not look at these things. He's told everyone to not look. What do people do when they're told to not look at something?
I told you, they look.
You hear one of the other salters say, I looked.
Oh no.
Bjorn, I looked. And Bjorn, you hear him turn. You hear the chainmail under his vest clink as he turns and readies his sword. All right, you 2, let's take care of this.
Okay.
Now you can shoot.
I shoot the thing.
As you turn to face these things, you see shadows. You see those dancing shadows from that orb that Ivo just sent up. These black shadows tall on the mist. 3 of them are blacker than everything else.
Right. Okay. So that's what you're aiming for.
So, roll an initiative.
Which is based on...
I think for the 2 of you who Bjorn said, all right, we're doing this, you're rolling cool.
Okay, what are we rolling against?
You're rolling against nothing.
Oh, okay. Wow, you got 2 advantages, babe.
I should have asked for a boost for having to understand what it means to survive in difficult situations.
Remember, you can get out of sticky situations. We can get out of this.
Yeah, I know.
So we've got 2 PC slots, then the ghosts, then 2 more slots. So initiative's a little different here than D&D, where any good guy can take any one of those PC slots. And so you've got 4 slots because you've also got 2 groups of salters. So you get to decide when the salters take their turns.
Does Bjorn count as a salter?
Bjorn does.
But he's a salter with a sword.
He's a salter with a sword.
Okay.
For narrative's sake, I'm going to say that if we get through 2 rounds of combat and the ghosts are still standing, the salters, assuming they continue their work digging the grave, will have finished their task and you could potentially just run away.
Oh.
So two times around the circle.
Okay. If you don't have a problem with it, babe, I say you and I take those first 2 rounds.
Okay.
I say you fire at 1 and then I take the second turn and I get in there. But the thing is, if I get in there to hit them with my sword, you probably want to, like, you should fire your first arrow from my back, but you probably don't want to go into melee with me.
No.
Because it is shadowy. It's actually probably a good environment for you to be stealthy in.
Yeah, I know.
And, well, the way it works in D&D is like a rogue attacking from stealth. You know, they get advantage and they get extra damage and stuff. But what I'm wondering is, could we just argue that if she's hidden, she's getting a boost die every time she's attacking?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's kind of the strategy here. It's not the same as D&D though. But
right. So do I get a boost right now because I am hidden in a backpack?
Since you're not moving, you could get a boost because you can aim.
Ooh, okay, that's good.
So that would be your maneuver, which is your medium-sized thing.
Okay.
Is that your range? Is the 2 yellows?
Yeah.
And they are within short range, so it's just going to be against 1 purple.
Sweet.
Okay. Yeah, those are pretty good odds.
All right. Here we go.
First attack of the game.
1 success and 1 threat.
Mm.
What is the damage on your bow? Is it 6 or
7?
7.
7.
Great. That's good. So the way we do it here is that we take that number and then we add your number of successes. So you ended up dealing 8 damage plus 1 threat. So 8.
Do I take any strain?
You don't unless you want to do another maneuver, which if you wanted to hop off Ivo's back, that would be a maneuver and that would be 2 strain.
Yeah, I guess I have to.
I just think I need to get in there and it's not a good idea to take you with me.
Yeah, I'll tell. All right.
Okay, so what did it look like when you hit these things?
Oh, did I hit more than 1 or?
You can narratively describe it however you like. They are they're in this game, they're called a minion group, so they are all 1 enemy. They all share a single set of stats, but they're three things.
I'm gonna say that when I shot at the ghosties, that I hit them like right here. Like, what's this part of your body called?
Your abdomen?
Your abdomen. I can't think right now. In the abdominal region, like where your back and legs connect, though, like the lower abdominal. So that way it makes it more difficult for
You shot him in the butt?
No, more to walk.
So yeah, you
in the front, from the front.
Knocked an arrow and let it loose at one of these ghosts. As it hits, it goes through it with a sort of a green spark as the iron hits whatever this ghost is made of. And the ghost separates from the shadow that it's connected to and sort of elongates in an inhuman way.
Great. Cool. Logan, your turn.
Okay, I was just kind of checking out some of the things on my stats. But yeah, Ivo's going to do whatever it takes. Since she's jumped off my back, I'll put myself between the specters and the men digging, the men trying to do their job. And I'd like to be close enough to swing at one of them if I can get that close.
Yep, so you can get engaged with them.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to engage this group of enemies and I'm going to take a swing. So for me, that's light melee.
Mm-hmm. And it's against 2 purples.
And I want to argue that since we had the initiative here and I'm moving in before they've had a chance, this is happening in a flurry. But because of my teammates' nice speed, I should get a boost.
I'm going to say no, only because
I figured
there is a talent that allows you to do that.
Oh, I see. Okay, right. That's fair.
I'm going to say, that's not Swift.
Okay.
It's Tumble.
That's Quick Strike, I think.
Quick Strike.
Yeah, you're right. Let me go for it. Here we go.
Oh,
I got a
success, a threat, and a triumph.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. What a mixed bag this game is. It gives you so many emotions in one roll.
It's great. Okay.
Yeah.
So success, threat, triumph. I'm going to bank that threat. So we've got 2 of them hiding in the bank here.
Right.
And what is your weapon's damage?
My short sword does 3 damage.
And then your brawn is?
3.
Okay.
So that's 6 total.
Yeah. Plus your 1 success is 7.
Okay.
Okay. So with your triumph, you have the option to crit or add something great to the game. Critting on a minion group automatically kills one of them. What would you like to do?
Okay, so what do you think? Is it better for me to use my triumph to kind of inspire our group, right? Because the goal is for them to dig this hole and to get this done. Like, we're not staying here all night. So would you use the triumph to inspire the group because we're showing them that we actually know what we're doing? Or should I just kill one of these things outright? What would you do?
I would say I would just encourage the group.
Yeah. I kind of feel like that's narratively more cool too, is to spend the triumph just to because these guys weren't super convinced at my speech, but I want them to see me in action and be like, yeah, we're good. And I want them to do a really good job at what they need to do so that we can get out of here quickly. I want to impress Bjorn and maybe help him out with a roll, or I don't know how much I'm allowed to do with Triumph, but I want the group to be inspired that we're going to make it out of this alive.
Okay, great. Okay, so what did that look like then? You took out the ghost that Lila had originally shot, and a second one.
Oh, so
you
I
took
did
out one and a half. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I think that what it looks like is that, like I said, the two of us have been working together for a little while now. So all of this is like smooth as butter. We like see the ghosts, she turns and fires and like jumps off my back, and I'm like already stepping forward. It's one slash at the one that she already fired at. I knew where to strike because I saw the green flame from her arrow. And then I just thrust into the second one and yell, and there's green flames coming out of that one too now, right? Because iron on the ghost. Yeah. And then it's just like right back. He's right back into like a strong fighting position. And yeah, I think that because it happens so quick and so smooth, and we're fearless, that it inspires them. So
Bjorn readies his sword, but not before one of these ghosts moves towards you.
Okay.
Your current defense is what, 3? With your shield and sword?
Yep, that's what I've got written down.
You see this shadowy shape off just a little bit to your right.
Mm-hmm.
And it separates from Bjorn's shadow, and this darker shadow elongates itself and stretches an arm towards you. It doesn't get closer to you, but the arm grows as it comes towards you.
Bjorn's a shapeshifter?
No, it's just coming from his shadow, babe.
Oh.
And you jump back before it can actually touch you.
Right.
Bjorn moves forward, his sword drawn, and a second salter, the one who's supposed to do the spell after the 3 have dug their hole, moves forward as well. That's not great.
Yeah, that's not super great.
It's not the best. It's not the best roll they could have done. Oh, but it's enough. So Bjorn thrusts his sword like he saw you do at this last Broken Spectre, and he misses. The shape of this ghost sort of bends around where the sword is going, and the Salter, the one who was ready with his spell, he picks up this shovel, swings it from over his shoulder right through the center of this ghost. Nice. And as it goes, there are green sparks just shoot off up and down, and the ghost dissipates. Okay. As it disappears, you see it sort of sink to the ground and slither away almost like a snake.
That's so cool.
And then it's quiet.
That was the last of them?
That was it.
Okay.
And you hear a call from inside the grave. All right, we got him. And
good.
The one with the shovel heads towards the grave, and you hear the sound of spark as he says the words. If you turn, you would see this ancient coffin, rotten, so old it's probably a century old, just engulfed in flames. And then as the 3 salters with shovels, or 4, fill the hole back in, Bjorn pulls a little seed from his pocket, places it where the grave was refilled, and lays his hands on it and says another spell, and a little green sprout comes up.
Oh, that's like Druidcraft.
All right, we can head back now. There shouldn't be if we're sticking close to the fence. I think we'll be good.
Yeah,
good job.
Let's
move.
That
was good.
Can I keep my light going so that we can just follow that out of here? Does it move with me, or does it just stay?
You can hold it. You can hold it.
Crawl back into the backpack.
Okay.
As you move.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ready another arrow and go in the backpack.
Okay.
And I just want to say too, is that what counts as an encounter, Mark?
Yeah.
Okay. So this says once per encounter, your character may use this talent to heal an amount of strain equal to their ranks in Second Wind. So I only have 1 rank in Second Wind, but I'd like to
1 strain.
Yeah, I'd like to go down to 1 strain.
Yeah, but if either of you take strain during an encounter, then you can do a cool or discipline check after the encounter to recover strain.
I do a cool check.
Yeah, check your discipline. Oh yeah, no, you're definitely better at cool.
Do I have to have against any of the negatives?
No, you don't.
Sweet.
Okay.
Hey, 2 successes, 1 advantage, and 1 triumph.
Wow, you got a triumph on your cool check.
Okay, great.
So how much strain do I lose?
You heal a strain with each success.
Oh, sweet.
In rules as written, your triumph means nothing.
Right.
Rules as Mark. As the 2 of you are walking away, you still have your guard up, but you're taking a moment to breathe after this little fight that you were in.
Mm-hmm.
And you can use your advantage in triumph to notice something about that fight or bring in some information that you're now realizing from recent history. Well, if you have any ideas of things that maybe you noticed but you weren't thinking of at the time.
I mean, there were 3. Mm-hmm. We only killed 2. One of them slithered off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the thing about ghosts is that they're still around.
Right.
Until you get rid of the source.
Okay.
So all 3 of them went back to whatever grave, whatever hole they came out of and are just waiting for tomorrow night.
Right.
So I would say the one that slithered away, I'm still going to be watching out for as we're walking back.
Yeah. Well, he says you get to know something, but I don't know if we know what we want to know.
Well, that they bend. Ghosts bend.
What?
Ghost, like the one ghost bent.
Oh, what about the thing that came out of Bjorn's shadow that you were?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so maybe
can she know about that?
Realize? Well, I'll give that to you for your advantage because it's not huge.
Okay.
And you're probably not going to use the knowledge ever again.
Okay.
These ghosts, these broken specters, maybe you remember hearing someone talk about one in a tavern somewhere along your travels. They attach to people's shadows, and they usually just end up following somebody home.
No, I'm going to do a triumph check on making sure we do not have any ghosts attached to our shadows.
Okay, you don't have any ghosts attached to your shadows.
Good.
Okay, good. Because I don't want to
Do
go
you want
home
the triumph
with ghosts
to be something to do with the 5 figures in the pillar that you saw?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I was most curious about that. So, yeah.
Maybe as you jumped off of Ivo's shoulders, you noticed that the figures were cloaked figures. They all had cloaks. The whole thing was made out of white marble, and the pillar in the center, maybe the fog parted for just a second, and you saw a depiction of a sword and some like grassy wheat motifs, and it looked old. It looked like it had been there for maybe a few hundred years. The edges were soft and weathered, but it definitely looked more like a monument than a grave.
Oh.
But the 5 figures sort of looked like fellowship members, people from the Paladins of the 7 Rivers.
Mm-hmm. Is that so? That's that monument that we were told to go see in the morning anyway. When we were talking to
Agatha.
Agatha said that there was a monument in the cemetery that was about that battle.
Yeah.
So that's what that was.
Okay.
So that's now you know where that is.
That's a point of interest for sure. And yeah, now that we know where it is, we can find. It won't be so hard to find. I think the whole point of the graveyard being so huge is that if we wandered in by ourselves, it'd be hard to find stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. Hey, excellent. And okay, so I rolled a success as well, so I can get rid of my strain. Okay, There you go. Hey,
back to normal.
I mean,
you would heal them. You would heal them as you go to sleep, but now you're healed before you go to sleep.
This feels cool because we're using our stuff.
Yeah, great.
So how much did I get paid?
One little thing before you get paid. So the group of you get back to the entrance to this place. The fog is cleared in that big radius, and I would like a vigilance check from both of you.
Okay.
Wow.
You can each have a boost for reasons. It's going to be against 2 purples.
Okay. Can I want a second boost because my orb is still with us?
Okay.
Or is that why you gave me the first one?
I'm going to say no to that also for reasons.
Okay, that's fine. I'll roll
for secret GM reasons.
You at least had 3 advantages.
Okay. So
no successes though. Wow. Okay.
No successes for either of you. Oh well. So as the 2 of you leave You get out the iron gates, and Bjorn takes the bags of iron back and puts them in that chest that's to the right of the entrance, locks it up, and people put their shovels on the rack and everything. And he hands out little bags of coins to the two of you, each with 60 silver.
That's right.
And he says, hey, thank you two. That was more than I expected out there, honestly, tonight. So it was good having you around. If you're in town tomorrow night, we'll have to do another one.
Right.
Absolutely. You fought well, brother.
He claps you on the shoulder, and the rest of them head into the third shift.
That's where our room is too. So
yeah. Before the two of you turn to head in, you notice some shapes out in that fog beyond the iron gate.
That's what we missed with our village ends.
It was beyond the iron gate.
You see what look like a pair of paladins. One of them is a little taller and one of them's short. One of them actually looks like a raccoon. The other, you can't quite tell what species they are.
No.
And they're just beyond that edge of fog, and they turn and look at you and then walk into the fog. So the two of you leave the graveyard and those paladins behind, and head back into the third shift. It is quiet, a little quieter now. It's late. It's probably 11 or 12. And yeah, you spot those books near the front where there are some sofas and chairs and a couple of the salters that you had been working with out in the graveyard are there with drinks and just waiting for probably their next shift. Lila peruses the books. Is there anything in particular she's looking for?
Just the primal magic section.
Just looking for something on magic.
Yeah.
You find a lot of sort of almost scientific theoretical books on magic. Yeah, you grab one off and start looking through it.
Okay.
We described this place last time, but it's this really warm, a little bit dark, big open bar area. There's a big hearth where a fire is going right now. The big redwood bar with the deer in behind it, who's looks like she's more cleaning up than serving drinks at the moment. The wall closest to the door, opposite the space where Lila's now checking out books, is covered in some new etchings and drawings that sort of cover a history of the town. And there are a few people just hanging out, talking. What is Ivo doing while Lila takes a look at books?
I imagine he's kind of an outgoing guy, so he's not quite ready to go to bed yet, but he might sit with the salters that he was just with and have another drink.
Yeah, they bring you another Esion Pale Ale.
Yeah,
so you're just hanging out with those guys chatting.
Yeah, I don't really know if he's got an agenda, but he just is in a good mood. Congratulatory, towards the guys on a job well done.
Hey, thanks, you too. This is a human. He was one of the people who were digging the hole. That was your first time out then?
Well, I wouldn't say it's my first time, but that was definitely a unique situation for sure.
Well, I mean, you don't look like a salter. I haven't seen you doing this job before.
No, not here. But, we've been on other adventures. I've traveled, seen some things.
Ah, travelers. So, what, you just took the job for the silver?
Yeah, partially. And
yeah, nothing wrong with that.
And we're looking for, the lost lamp. We're going to be the ones to find it. And
are you?
And we're just, try to make friends and gather clues.
Okay. So what, I always ask this and I always regret it because it ends up being people we're just repeating the same things before. He basically asks you what you found already, what information you've got, and I think you probably share most, if not all of what you found.
I don't think he's going to withhold anything except
Nothing
for
particularly sensitive.
The private conversations that we've had with Agatha.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't share those private conversations that we had with Agatha tonight. But you know what stuck out to me is when we were out there in the cemetery, there's that memorial. I'm wondering if that might be of some importance in this case.
But the Battle of Verdant Fields Memorial? I don't think so.
Yeah, well, everybody else has looked everywhere else. So I'm just trying to, I know it might be off the wall, but I'm just spitballing here. Eventually something will stick out to us.
Yeah, well, those hundreds, this was back in the Age of Saints. The cemetery was a problem then too. And someone named Saint Angelus came and tried to, I don't know. It depends on who you want to believe. They said she was a necromancer, and some paladins came along, and there was a battle, and that was it for Saint Angelus. So yeah, I don't know what that thing has to do with Applegate or anything else. It was a couple hundred years before Greenfield was even called Greenfield.
It's just sometimes if you want to hide something, you hide it in plain sight. No one would ever look.
Well, all right.
It seems
Speaking
like
of hiding things.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you know about Applegate School, but how much did they promise you for finding that lantern?
I don't think that any specific numbers were mentioned, but he said we'd be rewarded richly.
Yeah, it's probably a reason that no specific numbers were mentioned. That place doesn't have any money. I heard they were going to sell it to the Iron Tower.
They're going to sell it?
They're going to sell the whole building to the Iron Tower?
That's what I heard.
I went out of voice.
They were going to sell the school.
Wow. I mean, we knew that they were in some tough straits. We know that some of the instructors aren't getting paid, but I didn't realize they were selling the school.
I didn't know they were not paying their instructors.
Oops.
Good. I mean...
It's a flaw. I'm playing up to my flaw.
I mean, that's... anything with those people is just rumors. It's all secretive. Them and Faraday.
It's a little too cloak and dagger for my liking, to be honest.
You seem like a straightforward kind of guy.
Yeah, well, thank you. I don't even think things would get I don't even think we'd have problems like the one that we're trying to solve if people just talked to each other.
Yep.
But I'm confident my partner and I we'll get to the bottom of it and get the city's protection back.
Yeah, well, good luck to the two of you, he says.
That wouldn't put you all out of a job though, would it?
No, it's somebody's got to do it. It has to happen.
Good.
Who knows how long that lantern's going to last.
That's we just keep learning more.
Well, it's been around for about 100 years.
Yeah.
Who knows when the magic's going to wear out.
Yeah, that's true. Nothing lasts forever. Wow. Yeah. I don't. Okay.
The group of you share some more drinks, and Lila reads her book.
That's right, I read my book.
Learns interesting things about the way the world could potentially work. And you try out a little magic.
Okay.
What do you try to do?
I think since I'm a raccoon and raccoons like to go through trash cans, I would like to be able to alter metal to make a trash can to roll on or like be able to like maybe make it for you, so that way if we were fighting a baddie you could
your element to be metal.
That's cool. Yeah, so like you could put the baddie in the trash can or something.
You want to conjure a trash can for me to put a bad guy into the trash can. And then we have great action one-liners like, it's time to take out the trash.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Ridiculous.
I'm a raccoon. I can't help it.
Okay, but your element would be metal.
Metal.
Though. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Funny because I picked molten metal kind of a thing. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think about it.
I'm hot metal and you're cold metal. I like it.
Yeah. Cool.
Yin and yang.
Cold iron could come in handy too with what we're doing anyway. So
that's true.
Okay. Does she also have I was curious about this. I'm gonna keep the talent that I have regardless of what your answer is, but like when we got done with the Salters, did they Did they want their little bag of iron shavings back, or could we keep that?
That's a good question. I would say that for a story point flip, you could maybe have had a conversation with Bjorn, the leader of them, to keep a little bit of it.
Okay. And like if he needs his iron chains back, I figure that's more expensive. Like I'll give the chains themselves back, but if I could just keep the bag, I will flip.
I think the whole bag would be a flip.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll flip a coin so that I can have the bag. I did it. So
cool.
Well, maybe what I can do is, as I'm sitting there reading the book, I'll take some of the shavings, because they're metal, right? I said that correctly.
Yeah, you can have a pinch of my shavings.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking that I could, like try to make some type of ornamental shape out of the shavings and see if I could, so just put them on the table and then just be like trying to get them to make a shape.
Sure. Yeah. So what does that look like? I'm not going to make you roll for this one. You're just doing a little thing.
What shape are you making too? I'm just curious.
So you're in this little library nook, and there are a bunch of people just sort of sitting around chatting and having their drinks, while you've got this book open in front of you on the table and a little pile of iron bits.
I was gonna say like an orb, or it like maybe has like some filigree designs on it or something like that, but to make it like
Getting
look a
fancy
little
with your first attempt at magic.
I know. It's what Lila does. She learned something and she wants to go 100%. She may not do it perfect, but she'll try. So, am I also allowed to make it like levitate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Maybe it's got some snowflakes on it and stuff.
It is almost that season.
Right.
Meanwhile, this human has meanwhile, I think I would like a leadership or charm or something along those lines.
Yeah.
From Ivo.
Yeah, I'll do it.
As he's talking to this human.
Charm, I'm not bad in. I think, I'm marginally better in leadership. So, can I argue that because we've worked together tonight and now we're like sharing a drink, he's a little loose, I could get a bonus die?
Yeah, you can have a boost for that.
Okay.
And it's going to be an average check. Average check is 2 purples.
Yep. Okay. I'll put 2 purples there. And I'm going to roll it.
Oh, 0 successes and 1 threat.
That's a bummer.
So as you're talking, he's listening, he's talking back, and the two of you have sort of, you've stood up and walked across the room where he's showing you those old pictures, the history of Greenfield, and there's a big map of the cemetery on the wall. And one of his friends calls him over, and he just says, "Well, that's about it for me. I gotta head out for the night. Next shift starting."
It was good talking to you.
Yep, you too. If you're around tomorrow night, well, we'll see you out there, right?
Absolutely.
I'm not at that conversation. I'm not gonna say anything.
And he turns over to you and says, "Greevening," which is traditional Thayer's.
Okay.
Oh, good night.
I'm really disappointed about this roll. I got 2 completely blank good dice.
Life is full of disappointment.
But that's okay. I just feel like we missed something from him. Like he would have shared more if I rolled higher.
Maybe he was just a little drunk.
No, it's okay. I'm drunk, apparently.
Well, his threat is that it was time for him to leave for the night.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
2 of you head up to bed.
That's a bummer, but
yeah, we gotta rest because we gotta go to the ironworks place tomorrow.
we got a lot to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Head up to bed.
And
I'm gonna.
if it was okay, I think we specifically, like, just in case, but we wanted to be in the same room. Two beds, but same.
Yep, nope,
we don't want to be
you got the same
separated.
room.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Good.
I'm gonna be like on our way up. I'm gonna show Ivo what I learned.
Just like floating a little,
Yeah.
metal orb in your hand.
I was like, Ivo, look at the skill I've just acquired.
That's so cool. I didn't know you could do magic.
I didn't know that either. It's amazing what you can learn when you read a book.
Now we can do what we just did in character. Ivo wants to fist bump. That's so metal.
So metal. Ow. Your knuckles are so hard.
Is there anything you need to do before going to bed?
I'm gonna wash my face because raccoons do wash their faces. So.
Wash your little hands,
your
wash
little
your
hands.
face.
Look out the window one more time.
Yeah, the cemetery is there. It's filled with those small dancing lights.
Check for ghosts before I go to bed.
But there are a lot of ghosts.
Yeah.
Can we check our room for ghosts? I'm dead serious. Like
he just said that there's a lot of ghosts.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
if you were to check your room for ghosts, you would notice that there's a metal bar inlaid under each door and at the windowsill, and there are fresh flowers, which don't really do anything, but people think they do, in a vase on the dresser. And I'd like a vigilance check from each of you.
Okay.
Lila can have a blue die, a boost, and I'm going to make it average again, 2 purples.
Okay.
Can you argue for anything reason why we should get an extra bonus?
I've been drinking. He's not going to.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right.
I did okay that time anyway.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
So what'd you get, Ivo?
Drunk.
Well, I got a triumph.
Yeah. 3 successes, 3 threats, and 1 triumph.
Yeah.
And even though Lila is checking for ghosts and looking out in the graveyard, we only got 3 advantages on that one.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Because I'm distracted by my new skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shiny things.
Shiny things.
Shiny and new.
Yeah, shiny and new. Gotta have it.
So as Ivo is, he's not like fully armored, is he? He's just got like leathers and
right
stuff.
Well, and you kind of had asked like what he would be doing, like I guess before going to bed, and we had talked about last time how nothing about him like is expensive or really stands out, but it is neat, and it's neat because especially after being like outside and out fighting and stuff like that, like Ivo does like clean his equipment and keep things looking nice. But yeah, I mean, I don't imagine that, even though it's just leather armor, I don't imagine that he sleeps in it. Like it's not comfortable. So yeah, he'll take it off, but he'll kind of like spot clean it if he can, or dust it off.
As he's sitting in a small chair by the window, taking off his armor and buffing a little spot on his shield, he sees out in that cemetery those 2 paladins again. They're just standing there right beyond the metal bars, the iron bars of the cemetery. And they're just looking at your window.
Rude.
You can see now that one of them is Edvergar.
Okay. Okay. What do I want to do? Well, they're obviously there. They're not going away.
You have a triumph.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. This is going to be so dumb. But I think Ivo, do the windows slide open?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they open outwards.
Yeah. Okay. So if Ivo just kind of like stops what he's doing, he just kind of stands up and opens the windows and just waves at the 2 paladins.
Oh.
The cold air rushes in, and you wave at the paladins, and they just stand there.
They don't.
That fog swirling around them. The dancing shapes of ghosts somewhere behind them.
Can I help you?
They're not like right at our window.
No, but they're below the window. They're close enough that they're just looking in.
Oh, they're that close.
And they're close enough that I can recognize
30, 40 feet away. They're across the street.
He's a Devergar. He's like
I'm
me.
Sorry, I thought they were a little bit further away. I understand.
Can I say that? Can I say, can I help you?
And you don't get a response.
Do I notice that he's outside the window?
No, you do. You have 3 advantages as well. He's leaning out the window just a little bit.
Who are you talking to?
These 2 paladins, they were there when we left the cemetery. I think I'm going to go downstairs and see what they want.
No.
Do you want to come with me?
No.
Okay.
How about I try throwing some metal at them first? Because what if they're actually not alive?
No, don't attack. No, they are alive. Okay. Don't attack the paladins. All
right, I'll ride in your papoose. I want to go to bed, but I'll ride in the papoose.
Okay. I'm trying to decide whether it's a good idea to go out there. I don't think it's a good idea to go out there unarmed, just because they are close to the graveyard, not because I'm looking for...
They're in the graveyard.
Oh, gosh, they're
That's
in
what
the
I'm
graveyard.
saying. I was like, I thought they were in the graveyard.
Yeah, but we're right next to the graveyard.
Yeah.
This inn is right there.
I know.
Okay, Ivo can't sleep without knowing what's going on. So we're putting our clothes back on.
Ugh.
And I'm walking downstairs, raccoon in the backpack, and
Raccoon has a weapon ready.
No, please do not.
Raccoon unhappy about having to come along.
Yes.
But hey, with you there, maybe we can good cop bad cop these guys. But
do you have an idea for that triumph? I can give you one.
Can I make them talk to me with the triumph? Like, is that doable?
No.
Okay, what would you give me?
I would give you that there is there's a very, very small iron tower presence in this town.
Oh.
There's only one tower, and it is next to Faraday Ironworks on the complete opposite side of town.
Right. Okay. But at least now I have an idea of where these two are from.
Do you have an idea for Lila's advantages? Or I can give you an idea.
Yeah, let's go with you giving me an idea, because
Well,
I mean...
So, how about this? Well, because I have an idea, and we can roll with it if you think it's a good idea.
Okay.
But we're saying that the raccoon's going to be riding in my backpack. Can they, like, not be aware of her?
That's what I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah, I was trying to hide anyways.
Okay.
Like I, not that they're completely unaware of her, like they may have saw us together in the graveyard, but that she didn't come down out of the room with me.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a small cool thing. Okay.
As you come out of the door to this inn, you can see two figures again in the graveyard wearing the white cloaks that are sort of just billowing a little bit in the mist. And they're both Dvergar.
Oh, they're both Dvergar. Great. Hey, we're all the same. I mean, that's got to be worth something, right?
Maybe.
Thanks for listening to Tales from the Grey Library. The Lost Lantern features the voices of Kayla and Logan from the Battle Buddies podcast. Battle Buddies is an actual play D&D podcast focused on collaborative storytelling, exciting adventures, and meaningful friendships. You can find them wherever you get your podcasts, and they have new episodes every other week. If you liked today's episode, be sure to subscribe to Tales from the Grey Library for reminders about new episodes. Be sure to also leave us a rating and a review wherever you get your podcasts. Tales from the Grey Library is based on The Otherplace by Mark Eberhardt. If you like this story, be sure to listen to The Otherplace and Fenrayne Files wherever you get your podcasts. Tales is played using the Genesys system by Fantasy Flight Games and Edge Studio. Tales is produced by Nightcast Creative. To find out more about us and the podcasts we make, visit nightcastcreative.com.